Hello guys, it's Max here from Daily Market Movements, and just before I start today's video, I just want to make you all aware that today, tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday is the very last chance that you can access our trading signal service for the very small fee of $199 that we currently charge, because as of Monday next week, we are hiking that price to $249. That's a $50 price increase as of Monday next week. So if you do want to take advantage of the very small price that we still have going on, then all you have to do is simply scroll down. I've left our website link in the description of this video. If you click on that link, it will then redirect you to our website where you can then purchase our trading signal package. In front of me, however, is the S&P 500 futures chart. And what a day, what a week that we've had here on the S&P 500. I was a buyer back down at the 3,000 level after last Friday's sell-off. On Monday I was saying buy the S&P 500. This is a great buying opportunity because, as you can see, we had the crossover. I've been identifying this last week that we had a very bullish crossover in the S&P 500 where the 50-day EMA had pierced above the 200-day EMA. That's what this little blue cross is here on the screen. So that's a very long-term bullish signal. And as well as that, we were well supported because, the 250-day EMA acts as support in this market. Also, the $3,000 level being a large psychological number, that also acts as support. And as well as that, we had the gap that we formed back here in March, which would also act as support for this market. So I sent out the buy signal to my signal team, and what a week we've had here on the S&P 500. I just want to start by congratulating everyone in the signal team who's made money off the S&P 500 this week. I think we had three really good signals. So we won 3 out of 3 this week with the S&P 500. So well done. And also well done to everyone who follows my YouTube channel as well. I made it very clear that the S&P 500 was bullish. And so well done if you did manage to buy. As you can see, it hit my first take profit, which was at that 3,100 level. We hit that yesterday. And today we have continued our surge back towards my second take profit, which is all the way up at 3,200. We're currently at 3,135, but we were as high as 3,150 earlier on in the US session. So we were only 50 points away from triggering my second take profit. But I'm not worried. Tomorrow the markets are shut, so I won't be doing a video again for the S&P 500. But going into Monday, I expect the S&P 500 to continue its surge back up towards 3,200. Now, you're probably wondering why is the S&P 500 surging when, in the US there's an uptick in the coronavirus cases, and that is because today we had the non-farm payrolls. You should all know what that is by now, but if you don't, it's just a figure which basically tells us how many jobs how many people were back at work in the month of June, and Wall Street was basically expecting 3 million job roles, non-farm job roles, to have been active in the month of June. However, there was 4.8 million non-farm payrolls. So that is a much larger number than expected, and that is why we have seen a surge across the board today in all US indices. That's in the Dow, that's in the Nasdaq, and that's in the S&P 500. But the Dow and the S&P 500 would benefit from that more because it's just signs that the economy is getting back to normal. Because if you think about it, the more people who have jobs, that means the more people who are getting paid, and the more people who are getting paid means the more consumption, the more that they consume, and that's very good for these in the S&P 500 you have some medium cap companies as well, so it's very good for these type of companies. So as you can see, the stocks have surged, and with regards to the RSI, we're currently at 57, so we're nowhere near to that overbought territory yet. We still have around about 23 points until we're considered to be overbought. So 3,200, that's not even a question. We could easily get there with regards to the RSI and being overbought. So going into Monday next week, I do expect us to continue our rally up to 3,200. Any pullbacks I do welcome, because I would like to add to my current buy position that I have open on S&P 500. So I'm a buyer as long as we get daily closes above 3,000. If we get a daily close below underneath the 250-day EMA at around 2,900, then that could potentially change things. But let's worry about that when we get there, if we get there, which I don't think we will. So long-term and short-term, I'm a buyer of my short-term target at 3,200 and my longer-term target towards the end of the year at around 3,400. So I'm a buyer of the S&P.